Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are we doing today?
Great.
It's
Awesome.
lovely to see our beautiful faces. Could we have the timer again for the next 1 minute 30 seconds? I want to tell my own story. All right. So very quickly, this story resonates with me a lot, and I share it anytime I get the opportunity to. It's a story of a family that boarded a ship. Now, this family was not very rich, right? But you had the father, the mother, and the child. And so they needed to travel for a long distance for 3 days. So they packed gari, lots of gari. Like I said, they didn't have plenty of money. It was not fancy gari with coconut, just gari that they would soak. And so they stayed under the ship during the period of the entire journey. So day one came, they were drinking gari under the ship, but every single night, upstairs, on top of the ship, you'll be hearing people partying, eating jollof rice, eating fried rice, eating chicken and salad. And so the second night came again. Same thing happened. They were soaking gari, and you know children. Now children will cry. How are we soaking gari, daddy? So people are chopping the life of their head. And so on the third night, the father could not take it again. So he had to say, oh yeah, let's carry all the money that we have left, right? And let's go upstairs and go and feast and enjoy it too. If we perish, we what? We perish. And so they went upstairs, and then the father gathered courage. So how much do you sell your jollof rice? And they were like, how much do you sell our jollof rice? And like all these parties that everybody is doing, how they are eating and how they are enjoying, how much do you sell it? And he said, you paid when you came on board of the ship. It comes with it. Now, one of the reasons why I share this story is because a lot of people go through life living like this. Like, you are open to the same opportunities. You pay the same school fees, for example. You sit in the presence of the same person. You are taught by the same instructors. You come to mind talk all together, but then you get different results. It feels like you're cheating yourself. So what I want you to do today is every single moment, maximize it. Don't be like the person that is soaking gari when you can be eating fried rice and chicken. Maximize every moment. Every single word that they say, pick it up and begin to apply it. Do we get that?
Yes, sir.
Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hope I did not spend more than 1 minute 30 seconds. Alright, so today's mind talk is a very crucial one. It says from code to another word for cash is what? Another word for money is what? Another word for good is what? Another word for ego is what? Another word for owó is what? Interesting. So we are familiar with all the languages of money. It is high time we also learn to translate the skills that we learn here into money as well. Very important. This is called code to cash because of the guests that we're going to be having. But really, the entire overarching theme is tech to cash. So it doesn't matter whether you're coding, whether you're UI UX, whether you're in graphic design, whether you're learning, what else? Robotics, you're learning artificial intelligence, you're learning data science. All of the things that will be shared here can be applied. Do you understand that? Even if you're in digital literacy, every single thing that you learn here can be applied. So I want you to do something very quickly. Bring out a pen and a jotter. If you don't have a pen and a jotter, you can come with your phone. And then keep note of every single thing that is being said.
Okay.
You will think that you will remember, but you will not.
Yeah.
So ensure to keep it all penned down. Are we together? Alright. So one of the things that I've discovered, these are things that we'll still continue to talk about, even as we invite the guests. But one of the things that I've discovered in tech is primarily there are two major ways to make money. It's either you work as a techie, you can work for an organization, or you create your own technological company. Interestingly, our guest today does both of them. Can we have a round of applause for him? Does both of them marvelously. And so he's going to be sharing with us his story, and the entire goal of this is that we are able to replicate more of it. Mr. Teslim Salaudeen is an incredibly amazing man. He is just low-key. Yes, but he's a really amazing man. There are places where his name is heard very loud. I heard that there was a time an American composed a song for him. Don't worry, you come share more on that to us. But can we have the media play the bio so that I don't spoil the gist? Yes. Media, can we have his bio very quickly, even as we invite him up? Is it ready? Thank you so much, media. The sound is off.
Led numerous successful projects, creating innovative digital tools
Can we
for
drag it back?
businesses. Teslim Salaudeen is a former physiologist turned software architect, and he has made his mark in the tech industry, delivering cutting-edge engineering solutions for international companies remotely. As the founder and CEO, he has led numerous successful projects, creating innovative digital tools for businesses and individuals. He is also the founder of Emis Global Services Limited, a platform that redefines payment experiences, seamless solutions for airtime, data bundles, bill payments, actual numbers for SMS verification, and instant money transfers across Nigeria. Passionate about education, Teslim is an instructor at SQI College of ICT, where he empowers students with the skills to thrive in technology. Teslim continues to drive impactful change through technology, innovation, and education. Ladies and gentlemen,
Mr. Teslim Salaudeen, a round of applause as he comes to join us. Thank you so much. We can have our seats. Thank you so much. Make welcome with me as well. A round of applause for Miss Janet Oduleke as she joins us on this podium. I'm very excited. It's as if they've called Odekomaya personally for me, and I will question him today. Thank you so much for joining us. In case you did not hear, I'll share with you again. Mr. Teslim Salaudeen is a man of many colors. He's the CEO of Here Means Technology. He's the regional coordinator for the Ibadan campuses at SQI College of ICT. He's a senior instructor at SQI College of ICT. He has worked with different international organizations across the world. This same person is a husband, a loving husband, and father to 3 beautiful children. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Amazing things to share about him. However, I would like for him to just tell us in his own words, who is Teslim Salaudeen?
Good morning, everyone. I am happy to be here this morning. And it is good to see all these beautiful faces. Like he has just said, my name is Teslim Salaudeen, and I am that man that is always ready to support the vision to make Africa a tech continent.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So I have a question before I hand over to Ms. Janet. How did you become a software architect? I know a lot of people used to say that from their mother's womb, they started coding. I want to know if that is your reality as well. How did you become a software architect and a CEO? Kindly share your journey with us.
First of all, I like the fact that you use the word software architect because I recently dropped the title engineer. So I feel I am now beyond.
You are. You are. A round of applause for him.
So it started some years ago, actually. I don't know if you have been opportune to see a video of me where I was interviewed recently. They asked the same question, and I said I was trying to escape poverty, right?
Yeah.
That was the truth, because I started learning when I had already graduated as a physiologist in Lautech.
Not computer science.
At all. And what actually brought that up was, after I had completed my this thing in Lautech, there was an issue then. So my NYC was delayed. a little bit. So I was just like, will I be just sleep? Will I be idle, sleeping and waking up every day while doing nothing? At the same time, I could barely eat 3 times a day then, because I was still being fed from home. So, and at that point, let me say, there was this thing. There was Ajimobi hunger strike in Oyo State that time. They were owing them around close to 8 months' salaries. I don't know if people actually remember. So at that point, nothing was coming from home any longer. So I was like, Omo, if I continue to be like this, Yamaje are gone. So, then I have seen people who graduated from physiology. After their NYC, they are not able to do something meaningful or tangible. Is that they go back to selling shoes, or they go back to selling clothes and the like. And I'd be like, will I fall into this same trap? Okay, while I am still waiting for NYC to mobilize me or something, could I just seize this opportunity and do something meaningful? But prior to that period, I was introduced to a little bit of software design. Web design by somebody in Lautech then. That person was actually teaching me how to use Dreamweaver. Who knows Dreamweaver here? Only few people can know that. So that Dreamweaver, a very old technology. Then I said, so I was doing it. I loved it then, but at the point I stopped, But I was thinking, okay, what can I do that will actually save me from this mess? So, okay, I spoke with somebody in Ogbomoso here, where I actually stayed at that point. I said, Sheung, she's now in the UK. I said, do you know anywhere in this Ogbomoso where I can actually learn? Then it's just web design, where I can learn web design. He said, no, yes, now. I used to help SQI. Can you give me the address? Then she did. So I went to SQI. Then SQI was in general. Luckily for me, I was told there was a scholarship going on then. If you have enjoyed scholarship in SQI, please raise up your hand. I am very happy that program was existing then, because it is part of, in fact, let me say, it was actually what made me. Because there was no way I could gather 100,000 as at that time. No way. No way. I was supposed to pay 100,000. I scored around 50 or something. So it was subsidized to around 50K. Even that 50K, I first paid 30,000 naira. So I paid the 30,000 naira, then we started the class. So few weeks later, I paid another 20,000. So I shall pay kele like that. But many things happened during that time. So when I started, my first day in class, I had already known that this is the way for me. Because of how our instructor took the class and the things he said into my brain. I don't want to say our brain because he was talking to me, right? So I took it personal because I was expecting that. It's what I wanted to hear actually. So he opened my eyes. He was like, he explained everything to a very large extent. I was able to, assimilate it and say, okay, this thing will actually work for me. So then we started the class. First level, it was very smooth. Second level, we started. That part really, it shook me. That JavaScript part. That at a point, I had to leave SQI for like 2 weeks. I was feeling intimidated because my classmates were getting it. I wanted to pick some lessons from here. My classmates were getting it, but I was not. Only me Okutoba now. At least my first level was very smooth. But what did I do? I was feeling intimidated in the class, right? So I went back home. I was trying to catch up with them, learning on my own. The very first day, that I understood what if-else conditional statement meant. The following day like this, I went back to that class. I said, I cannot proceed. I did not join myself again. I demoted myself. I went back to another class. That was when things happened. Then our instructor, he relocated to Abuja. Then Dr. Adeyemi came in. He was the one that handled my class, as if the spirit was talking to me that, wait, somebody is coming. Now he handled the class, and I was able to, see beyond what I was seeing, even when I was not getting it. I said it. This thing is simple. I said it. This thing is very simple. It's as simple as how I have thought it is. Now, second level. We have not even completed our second level. We're still on jQuery. How many of you know jQuery? So jQuery was the React and Angular of that time. You understand what I mean? A very powerful framework. So it was my second level. One day like that, I had already joined a community on Facebook. In fact, I joined many communities. What I do there is to cause trouble. If anybody posts anything and the code is not correct, while looking at the picture, I will start debugging. I was doing it to catch crews. That is why, even if you are catch crews with sense. If you are a software developer, people are actually watching you. So there was this lady from India that he DM'd me that time on Facebook. Said, I used to see your post in our group. I have this problem. My professor gave me an assignment and I have not been able to, execute it. This is the question. He said, can you do it? In the whole of India, you are not able to do this thing. That you just do use MAQ and jQuery, blam blam, you are done. I was saying it to myself. I said, yes, I can do it. How much will you collect? I said, $100. He said, that's no problem. I am going to pay you. $100. I calculated $100. As at 2017, in less than 30 minutes, I was able to finish. I sent him, I pushed it to my GitHub repo. I asked her to go and check. No, before she went to check, she said, you are done? I said, yes. Are you sure you are not one of those people in Nigeria that scam us? Me? Because she was surprised that how could somebody have finished this in less than 30 minutes? How? So she went to check and she came back and said, I just checked. Everything is perfect. Did you use any machine? I said, yes. What is the machine? My head. To be fair with you, I received my first $100. It was there. I like to always carry him along, whatever good thing that was happening to me then. I showed him, Oga, I made my first $100. My first $100, I was very happy. Since that day, the morale boosted. $100 pay. It was just doing like a dream. $100. $100. Before you know it, Owola counting me. Then now, I used to, sometimes I eat once a day now so that I can have change to transport myself back home. There was one woman opposite General then that we used to eat ewalomi with bread. So you have it around 12 in the afternoon so that it can sustain you till the end of the day. So that was how everything started. That $100 motivated me. So ever since then, it keeps going. The next day, she referred me to another Indian. Okay. So in short, everything I have been doing in my life to this point, from then, is Rivara.
Okay.
That was so beautiful. I hope you got many things, not one or two things now, many things. I think one of the profound things that I got was that he mentioned something. He said it's as simple as he thought it was. So I feel like for everybody, it first starts from the mind. They have told you coding is hard. If you believe it's hard, it will be hard for you. That's just it. They have told you robotics is hard. If you believe it's hard, it's going to be hard. And he mentioned another thing that was very profound, which is that as someone who is in tech, be careful with the clues you catch. People are watching. Again, can we give him a round of applause for that? All right, the next question I want to ask, now for many people that are here, they also had, just like you said, at a point you have to like run away for about 2 weeks so that you can go and get yourself together. I think for me personally, there was a particular day while I was learning. I think that day maybe they gave us a task in class, and then I could not do it till I left SQI that day. I had to come back in the night that day, and I remember I was sitting at the front desk. I was coding and I was crying. Like I was just crying. Like I need to went me back. So, and I believe that for many people here, that would have been their experience as well. So I want to ask that, how did you overcome the challenges that came with learning tech? Because some people, they are bound to give up because they feel like it's too hard. It's not for me. I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay, one thing I would like to say is our mind is, always pushing us the way we are programmed it to be. The way I program my mind right from the onset is that this thing is simple. That is point number one. Nobody can convince you, or nobody can change your mind if you don't have that in mind. If you feel like JavaScript is too difficult, it will always be very difficult for you. Fine, we all know JavaScript is difficult, but you are telling your mind that it is not difficult. I will know it. Trust me, you know it. By all means, you are going to know it. Now, one thing people should know is that when something is giving you a very tough time, and you know it is what you actually want, one, you must not give up. Don't give up. In fact, as far as programming is concerned, one thing I know is that programming is very jealous. It does not want you to combine any other thing with it. You are in JavaScript though. After your class, the next thing you are doing is you are going back to your Niger bed shop, Abinara bed shop. After leaving there, you get back home, you are already tired, you understand? You don't even have time to check your computer till the next day. One thing about it is, the moment you drop your computer like this, as you are turning your back at it, it's already turning its back at you again. Who agree with me? You all don't agree with me. Few persons agree with me here. The moment you turn your back at your computer is also turning. I'm serious. So one thing is, you must be consistent. Don't give up. You must be consistent. Once you are taught one thing today like this, make sure you have extra 3 hours to either practice everything you have been taught in class, or you take that 3 hours to learn ahead so that you can have questions against the next class. Am I making sense? Okay. So that thing is very important. Many people are even lucky today because if our BRB 100 low and almost 80% of our students here are being sponsored from home. You are not bothering to find money to feed yourself. They have already given you the laptop you need to work in the class. They are transporting you from home to class and back home every day. I see no reason why you should not, take your time to actually focus on that thing and give it all it needs to get it. So there are many students at some point, once they are being shaken a little bit like this, they give up. You don't give up. Just stand. Okay, this thing I want to know it. You know it. Make sure you are practicing every day, not one day on, one day off. Go to your class. as early as possible. You must not be late. You must not be late to class. That one is very important too. And you don't write, don't do anything when your instructor is talking. Am I communicating?
Yes.
So I feel I am good on that part.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can we have a beautiful round of applause for that? Like, these are very priceless nuggets that you are getting from someone who has been in the game. So, and believe me, it is true. It is true. Alright, just right before you tell us about how you built Airmains, and also before I'll hand over back to Mr. Shea, we want to know, if possible, how much or what's the highest you have ever billed a client before you started building your own company?
From $100.
I actually started from $100, and so far the highest is the last gig I just got. That one is $3,000.
Amazing. I think that deserves a round of applause. Because I've done conversion in my head already. Awesome. Just to recap on a couple of things that he shared. He talked about the mindset. These events that we organize from time to time are not to while away time. Mind talk is not to while away time. It's so that as you listen and listen and listen, your mindset becomes better and better. The book reading club that they said we should join and read a book is so that your mind becomes even more solidified. Some people may have this naturally. You know you don't have it naturally. Learn it and then get better at it. The other thing that he said is don't give up. There's one of our alumni that used to say it is his most popular quote. He say, now who give up? Mess up. Like, if you give up, you're on your own. And then don't be late, don't be distracted. Programming is jealous, don't combine it with anything. And then practice as well. It is whatever you practice that you become better at. And I can say this very confidently. I see students who stay behind. Like they are done with their class from 10 o'clock and they will still stay to like 5, 6. You have to chase them away.
That time they used to chase me from general.
Interestingly, all the ones that they used to chase away that I used to see are usually the ones that become the most successful.
True.
Those ones that disappear immediately after class, I barely see them again. Like, so these things that you're saying are very, very practical. Very, very practical. Me, I'm still on the Oyibo client too. There is one question that I have. So there is this Nigerian uniform, and he mentioned a little bit about it. That immediately they heard that it was Nigerian. They started looking at him somehow. That you coming to scam us? And I'm sure you must have experienced a lot more of it. Like that was not the only one. How are you able to overcome that to the extent that the client can begin singing about you?
It's a pity. I tried to look for that video before I came here, but I couldn't see it. Well, like I've said earlier, after the first one, the subsequent ones they were coming through referral, recommendations. So it wasn't giving me that much problem. You understand? That much stress. And at the same time, I would say I am a lucky person. Let me add that. And it is despite the fact that sometimes you have to learn how to communicate in a very good manner, to network with people. You understand? So when I am relating with people online, there's this thing that enters me. I become a very submissive person. I become a very submissive person. So now, one other guy that I experienced that time is that Oyibo that sang for me. So I met that one on Facebook too, same way. Then he needed a platform where he's actually a producer in Canada. His name is Sachi. Yeah, he's actually a music producer. So he wanted a platform where he could actually upload his songs or produce instrumentals. You understand? Upload it and people can come and buy from that platform. So he gave me that gig. At that time, I paid him, it was around $500. I was in service then. I was serving in Kaduna, so he gave me 500. No, he had not given me anything. He said, "You are from Nigeria." But I have checked your profile. I have seen a lot of works, a lot of uploads. That is why I said, when you are catching crews, be very careful. There are a few things I was doing then that I was not even aware. Automatically, I was trying to market or sell my skills to people without me knowing. I didn't know. It was later, the thing was now, reoccurring to me that, these things that I was just doing like play. My own was just to upload. Today, I work on an alarm clock. This is what I use. I upload it. I am not an English person. The little English I can speak, I just write it there. I don't like to talk too much. But the cocoa of it is, I want people to know what, the process, my progress, so that they can track my progress. I was just doing it for fun actually. So now he said, I have been to your profile, I checked everything. I see that you have done a lot of things, but then I have this project. Can you do it? I said, yes. How can you convince me that you can do it? I said, okay. Are you sure you are ready for this project? He said, yes. I am going to do a mock for this project for you. I will create a portal where you can. It will not be a very beautiful web application yet. He said, yes. I will create a portal where you upload a song. Somebody can download. Then a mock on how they make payments. And I did that within 4 days. I gave him the link. I bought the domain myself with my money. I uploaded everything. Then I said, okay, go and check. He checked and he was really impressed. Immediately he said, okay, out of this $500, I'm sending you $300. Start. Then I started. It was me and my friend and my boy, Samuel Ensho. So I had him on that project. Ensho used to be a staff in SQI. I brought him down from his place to SQI. He's now working with a very big company in Ibadan like that too, and I'm happy. So we're on that project together. Then everything went so smooth. Ever since then, he has referred me to so many persons in Canada. There was a time he wanted to bring me in like that. I told you then, but he had an accident. So one of his legs had problems. So I think he became financially handicapped or kind of. So he could not proceed. I just let it go. But ever since then, everything I've been doing was through recommendations, and it has been good.
Amazing. Can we get a round of applause for that? So one of the things I personally picked from what he said was on communication.
Your mind.
How you communicate is important.
Very, very important. Your social media presence is important. How you catch crews. Don't catch crews anyhow on social media.
Media, we need your help.
Don't catch crews anyhow on social media, right? The way you dress is the way you be addressed. We talk about these things countless times over, even during my talk, even in classes. But most times, maybe they feel like it's not important. At least you are hearing it from an OG. An OG software architect that has worked with different international organizations. And I believe that you begin to put some of these things into practice so that you can also get better. Grow online. Even in the small calculator that you do, put it online. If you don't, how will an Indian person reach out to you and they begin to give you contracts? This is the only way that you can truly grow. So these things, ensure you put them to mind and consistently grow with it. So back to hear means. We want you to tell us about hear means and what people's review from it has been so far.
Hear means, it is an inspiration that has been in my head for a very long time. It's an idea, but then I could not start working on it because I was still gathering resources. I was doing researches on how to make it work actually. So we have seen a lot of applications out there that do, they do the same thing that EMIS do, but not as efficient as how EMIS handles it. You understand? So I understand the flaws. I know apps like this. Why are they always having glitch? Why are they not doing like this? Is there a way we could make it better? Okay, I started making a lot of researches. Every day, every night. I already have the picture of this is what I want, but I want it to be efficient. What are the things to be removed or add? What are the things to be added to it to make it more powerful? So, to be honest with you, if you go to Google Play Store and search for this, just go and read the reviews. I don't need to say it. Go and read the reviews. It is so encouraging and motivating because one of the things that I really want to achieve on them is that whenever you perform any transaction on it, you should know where your money is. If it is not going, we let you know it is not going. You still have your money with you. We don't want a situation whereby you send money out. You send money out, the recipient has not received it. The money is not in your account. How now? So, I've made a lot of researches. There are some APIs provided by NIPS, Nigeria Interbank System, Settlement System or something. So they are the ones settling when you transfer money from somebody to. When you send money to C, I am NIPS. Money comes to me, I'll be the one to. So the body is doing the settlement. So there's a way they tell us that a particular bank is down, that the success rate of their network at that point is 40% or 60% or 70%. First of all, check. If it is not up to 70%, don't send it. We might send it to, I don't know if anybody has experienced it on EMIS. Automatically, it will refund the money back to your account in less than within 5 minutes. We don't want you to start wondering, where is my money? So, another thing, you purchase airtime, you purchase whatever. Is either you get the value or your money is still very much intact. So we have people who have been using EMIS here, right here. They can testify to that. So,
round of applause for you. I have EMIS on my phone. If you don't, you should.
Yes.
AERMEANS. It is an amazing software. Our director can testify to it. Since the day he started using EMIS, no other bank comes close. No other bank comes close to it. So if you haven't installed it yet, our rector too. Our pioneer rector is in the house. A round of applause for him, please. You're welcome, sir. He has also been enjoying EMIS a lot. If you have not started using EMIS, you are missing out. You are missing out very, very seriously. So I'm just going to ask this question because I'm very curious as well. Like I said earlier, Mr. Teslim Salaudeen is a man with many colors. He's a CEO, he's a regional coordinator, he's a software architect, he's a father of 3 children, he's a husband.
3 triplets.
3 triplets. It's not that would be 9 people. But triplets, like it's different from having those children separately. Because all of them are coming together at once. Daddy carry us, daddy carry us. So how is he able to manage all of these things all in one? How is he able to balance it together that one side is not affecting each other? So share with us, Oga.
Actually, I have been asked this particular question many times. There was a time Mr. Uche, because he actually did some security things on EMIS actually. So when he checked the code base, Uche said Mr. Tizi, I want to ask you a question. I have checked this code base. It is beyond what one normal person can actually sit down and write. One, how are you able to combine this with your role at SQI? I said, Toby. I don't know if he's here. Where is Uche? Okay. I said, my brother, I don't know. Me too, I don't know. But to be sincere with you, being a father is another thing. I have many spirits that enter me. You understand? Once I am home like this, Motiti Baba triplets. You understand? Once I am out, I carry another spirit again. You understand? And being an instructor, don't be surprised if EMS actually become a multi-billion company and you are still seeing me in class. You understand? The reason is because I am not teaching for money. I am teaching because, one, I want to give back to the community. You understand? Especially SQI. I'll tell you why. I want to give back to the community. That's my own little way to give back. And teaching actually gives me a fulfilled life. It makes me feel like I am living a fulfilled life. You understand? Because it's another thing to have money in this world. You can have the whole of the money we have in this world and never live a fulfilled life. Do you know? You just realize you are not happy with yourself. It's because you are not living a fulfilled life. That is what gives me joy as a person. Now I said, okay, I am giving back to the community. I am giving back to SBI because I told you when I started the other time that I paid 30,000. I paid Kilikon. I was paying Kele. At a point, I did not know what Oga Adeyemi saw. One day he just said, Teslim, I don't know if you can still remember, Sha. He said, Teslim, don't worry about your money at SQI. Forget about everything. To be sincere with you, then he said, enter any class here and learn whatever your head can accommodate. To be sincere with you, that day, I went to my Facebook as usual. Today, Dr. Adeyemi, it is there for record purpose now. That he said, thank you, he gave me blah blah blah. He said I should be learning for free. And I said, since that day it has been, recorded in my head, in my chest, in my mind that I will also give back to the community and to SQI because it really helped my life.
This exact same thing that you say, I know that it is true because I also experienced it. A lot of people experience it at SQI College of ICT. One of the things you consistently discover, especially if you're a new student, is that SQI itself enjoys ensuring that the students are fine. Like, it really doesn't even matter so much if you don't have so much money. In whatever way through which they can support, they will support. The last scholarship exam was for over 7,000 people. I think close to 10,000 people took the exam. And then every single one of them got a discount for their course. So it really is not about the money, it's about the vision to make Africa a tech continent. Can we have a round of applause for it? So there is this testimony that Mr. Tizim was shared. There was someone outside the country, I think he's an American, he saw EMS and then he started asking about the engineering aspect of it, who built it and all of that. I don't want to share too much, but I want Mr. Tizi himself to talk about it. What was that experience like? What did the person say when he saw him?
Yeah, well, I just explained everything to him, how it went actually. Then the one thing he said, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Crazy how? This, do you mean you built this alone? Yes. How? This is what they employ like 50 developers here to do. You are doing it alone.
Come on, a round of applause.
you are.
So that thing really it motivates me.
I love it.
That's so amazing. I mean, you doing something that 50 people should do. No. That's mind blowing.
straight.
That's mind blowing. Okay. So, we believe that from the people we have in the audience, there are many other people who are looking to build their own products, build their own technological solutions, but they don't know how to do this.
Okay.
So can you walk us through the path? If I want to today, I want to build something in this line, how can I do that?
Okay, so that's one. I think the most important thing is one, for you to, I'll say, you should identify a problem around you, be it in your house. Let's start from your house. Is there any problem you are facing in your house? You feel like if you have a software, if you build something, you can solve it. I'm serious. Okay, in your house is small, big. In your community, okay, that one is small. Okay, in that city where you live, okay. Can you come up with something? Do you have something now? Okay, I have it. Okay. Ideas do not come fully formed. That's the mistake most people do. Once you have an idea, write it down. I have this idea. Okay, the features. You should have this. You should have this. You should have this. You write it down. Ideas do not come fully formed. Now, the most important thing is you cannot start big. Don't start big. If you want to start big, trust me, you are never going to start. You are never going to start. You start small.
Start with $100.
Yes. So it's a gradual process. You start. Like the MEs you are seeing now, I would still say it's still an MVP. To be seen, yes. MEs is still for now MVP Shini. MEs is coming in the nearest future. Very powerful one. The one that will compete with the likes of Moneypoint and OP and the likes. To be sincere with you, but the acceptance for now is already giving me joy and giving me the energy to keep going. You understand? So one thing so you should, always have it in mind that no idea will come fully formed. You understand? Start small as it is coming. You're writing it down, then you keep working towards it. And if no idea is coming to your head, there are no new ideas in this life again. Let me be sincere with you. No new ideas. Once you build the app, want to build it. The only thing you can do or you should do is pick one you have interest in. Okay, this app is already doing like this. What can I add to it to make it more powerful? What can I add to it? The existing ones, pick one from there. What can I add to it to make it more powerful than their own? That the acceptance will be very massive in the labor market. You understand?
Amazing.
Round of applause for that. So, as you have heard, if you don't see an idea, steal somebody's own and refine it. It's as simple as that. Can you tell your neighbors, steal like an artist? Steal like an artist. The simple definition of that, if you see an artist before, an artist will never draw anything that is non-existent. It's just something that is existing, they will pick. They will draw a tree, a road, a human being that is already existing. You to pick what is existing, refine it, redevelop it, and push it out. Can we have a round of applause for that? Alright, so very quickly we are going to ask questions from the audience. So I want you to gear up and prepare your questions. So before we have questions from the audience, I will ask this last question.
Okay.
Now we have been talking about dollars. And some people are like, am I a Omorogun? Like, some people have been coding for say 2-3 years, I don't know. Or maybe people just started, let's say 6 months ago or 8 months ago, and they are like, I've not been able to touch this thing that they are calling cash, irrespective of their own fees. And they are like, is it I'm not good enough? Or things like that. So, mainly the question I want to ask is that this money we are talking about, is it just for software engineers? Or is it just for some set of people? Can everyone touch this tech money? And if you can, how?
definitely. It's meant for everybody now. Money is not meant for one person. We can all make money. But one thing that I would say, like I've said earlier, I will not, overlook the fact that I am lucky. That one. Then two, I work, very hard towards it. There were things I was doing, market around. People should try and adopt that. Do it a lot. Let people know what you can do. Forget LinkedIn profiles. Those people can lie. Don't deceive yourself. In fact, I just started optimizing my LinkedIn profile recently. Very, very, very bad profile in this life. To be sincere with you, I have the poorest profile on LinkedIn. I just started optimizing it, but it doesn't stop me from getting my gigs. In short, I live on recommendations actually. So now everybody can actually earn this money. Just try as much as possible not to deceive yourself. What you don't know, you don't know. Some people don't know things and they are, trying to portray themselves as if they are projecting themselves as if they are even beyond that. You understand? Don't deceive yourself. What you don't know now. Try to learn it very well. Learn it first. The first thing is be good at it. You must attain the mastery level first. Before you can now say, I want to. They now give you project, or they just unexpectedly one opportunity just jam you somewhere. They were asking you a few questions. When you are, what makes you prepare sometimes is what you have actually taken as a culture upon yourself. You have done it consistently. Automatically, it becomes part of you. So when somebody meets you unexpectedly, they ask you questions, you give them back times two. Then they'll know this person knows what he's doing. You understand? And another thing is, don't mix packaging with fake life. As for me, I choose packaging. But the packaging is that what to say, meet me go. We are on the table to talk. I brought out my PC, MacBook Pro 2022, Oshano. Samsung S23 Ultra. Definitely, I can trust this person with my money. Am I making sense? Yes. I can trust this person with my money. You cannot be dressing for 5,000 naira and be expecting 5 million.
Somebody say what?
So, wisdom. You understand? So, try and attain the mastery level. Understand everything very well. Be very sure that you are good at what you do. So that when the opportunity comes, then you grasp it once and for all. It is very important. Then one thing that I always know about technology is the future of this technology belongs to people who can actually, you learn, you unlearn, you relearn. Then the cycle continues like that. So you should not joke like that. Before you know it, you become obsolete. Because it evolves. One system comes out, God so good, you already have the needed foundation, which SKI is already giving you now. Take it, let it enter your score very well, so that you can actually build anything on it easily. Till they didn't mess up. It was very easy for me to take up Angular because I already had, a very strong knowledge in JavaScript, jQuery, and the likes. It was very at that time, people did not like Angular. Angular was like Java to people. Yeah, very, very difficult. But then I used to chop it like.
Awesome. Can we have another round of applause for that? Please, again, take note of these things. Like, these are very, very crucial points. You mentioned some things that are very profound. It said nobody pays a learner. People pay masters. Master what you are doing. People don't pay learners. And I think another profound thing that I got was that learn the art of unconscious marketing. Like wherever you enter, speak about what you are doing. Like just speak about what you are not really trying to market yourself, but it has become part of you so much that you don't know when you start talking about what you do. Like maybe your friend has known you for 3 years and they don't know that you are learning at SQY. No, learn the art of unconscious marketing and also attain mastery in whatever you do. Can we have another round of applause for that? All right. So now to the beautiful audience, we want to welcome questions from as many people as we can take this morning, and it's the first come first serve kind of thing. So if you have questions, can you just raise your hand? Can you come forward so that it will be? I've seen 2 people. Anyone coming from the back? Please just come forward. Just stand up, come forward, and please keep your questions as short and precise as possible. Just introduce yourself and let us have your questions. Please, can we be fast so that we'll know the number of people we have? All right, sir.
My name is Mr. Oduleke. My question. Sir, you were talking about this coding of software engineering, sorry, sir. And you said that it cannot be combined with any other thing. Now, people have been talking that, okay, people that have, that's really making it, I mean the business world, they are not a kind of a person that maybe they are just tied to one stream of income like that. Like Dangote, for instance, Dangote salt, Dangote cement, and what have you. Now, you are telling us now that it should be tech, and when you are there, 100%. How can we manage this to some? Thank you, sir.
So, the little I can say about that is the truth still remains the truth. As a beginner, you cannot, you should not combine anything else with programming. I don't know for digital literacy actually, and I don't know for graphic design. But as far as programming is concerned, unless we want to deceive ourselves, we all know you cannot combine anything else with it. You can be like somebody like me. When I started, I did not have any stream of whatever income. You understand? General, are you getting me? I knew it was just for the meantime. Yoruba people will say kòkò tí ó jata ìdí ẹ̀ lè yọ gan. Ó máa gbóná nìkan ó lè yọ ibi tó bá ti gbé lórí iná apá ẹ̀ máa kán dànù, but ó ṣáà máa padà survive. Àbí that one thing is you go through that wahala, that stress, hunger will strike you if you don't have income. That is why I used to jealous a lot of students these days that they are sponsoring them from home. They have provision for everything. Transport, though, they are even buying them data. Hey. Some people they are giving them money for data from home. You understand? Transport fare, food allowance, give them a very powerful laptop. You don't know what God has done for you. Please try to utilize that opportunity very well before it is too late. You understand? So the truth remains the same. One has to undergo that problem. If you are not supported by anybody, you still have to, because you cannot combine anything. No way. That I don't know if I'm saying rubbish, but me as a person, what I concluded on since that time is programming is jealous. It does not want you to combine anything with it. And the fact remains the fact.
Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause for you again. Alright, before we take more questions, if you're online as well, you're joining us from YouTube, you're joining us from Facebook, and you'd like to ask your questions, you can begin dropping your questions. We'll definitely check and then we'll answer as well. If you're from any of the campuses, Iwo campus, Dugbe campus, Oshogbo campus, Abeokuta campus, any part of the world campus, ensure to drop your questions as well. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for the nice presentation, sir. The question I want to ask is from the part of branding. And you said, you've mentioned how you take jobs from clients from abroad, right? I want to ask a question. Do you take those gigs as your person, as Teslim Salaudeen, or you take it as your company?
Yeah, I have a company, another company for that, which is Amali Technology.
Okay. So you are saying all of the jobs you took were as the company, not as.
Yeah, but they are seeing me, not the company.
Okay, because what I'm trying to understand is, recently, what I've been promoting is, when I see young people come up to me and say, I want to build a brand, I want to set up a business, I advise them of, instead of trying to be the CEO of a one-man company, rather build on your personal brand. When people see you and they trust you to that level, then when you eventually come up and say I'm building this, they can easily buy from. That's why I'm asking if what you are selling as, or what you started selling as, was yourself, or the first thing you built was the company.
No, it was me before the company. I started as.
I think I like more.
Yeah.
Maybe you could go through the storyline so we can.
No, the story is, I've already said much about it. But then I started as Teslim. I've said it. So I was posting. They saw me, Teslim Salaudeen. Everybody knows me online as Teslim Salaudeen. It was later when I started getting gigs, and I feel like I need to brand myself. And I went to register Amali Technology.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. So it's you first, then the company come to you. Thank you very much for that answer.
So my question is, your company, do you start all of them, or do you use the help of the team?
Yeah, I have for Amali Technology. I have a team, and most times they used to be my students at SQL.
Okay, my company is these days, because I also trying to increase something on my own personal project.
Okay.
So I'm really concerned, who can I trust? Because these days I'm having them trusting
Oh, you're having problem trusting people to work on.
Yeah, the project is not a simple person but I have the idea.
Baba, even big companies in this country, they are facing that issue. To be sincere with you, it is very difficult to trust people. But one thing is that is where God comes in. You need to be prayerful. That whatever you are doing, God should direct people like you to you. If you are a good person, you see people like you. If you are not a good person, you meet people like you.
The last thing is
Now, like me now, there's one thing I used to tell my own boss. I'll say, one thing I'm jealous about you is that God has really blessed you with good people. And I say, I am tapping from that grace that anytime I want to start my own fully, I want to have people like you have them. And I can see the picture that is already happening.
The last question, how are you so sure, someone's not going to steal your idea, you're so certain about it?
That someone
is not going to steal your idea.
Okay, when you have them on your team,
how are you so sure? How are you so certain about it?
There are some confidentiality, agreement between you and your this thing now. If they do, then you can always sue them. You can always sue them. They will pay you tens of thousands of dollars if you want. So that part, you make sure they fill that form. That even if you are not working with us again, your mouth remains closed.
Thanks so much, sir. Yes.
So what he was talking about was a non-disclosure agreement, in case you want to also research on it.
My name is Odekomaya. So my question is that you said something about when Mr. Uche checked your vote that it was like this vote is actually extraordinary. As a learner, that we are learning during the process, how do I know that I am writing a top quality code? Because me myself, I just feel like when my code works, it works. So how am I going to be so sure of the fact that it is a quality
Okay.
that I'm writing?
One thing is, there are a few things that I would like to say in that aspect. Now, we all know that one rule that says once it works,
Don't touch it.
Abi,
Don't touch it.
once it works, don't touch it. Now, as for me, this is what I do. I first make sure it works. You understand? After I achieve that, then I will now say, okay, on a normal level, this logic, it shouldn't take more than 5 milliseconds to run. I will now track. It starts at this time, end here. Why is it taking 10 seconds? You understand? Is there a better way I can optimize it? Then I'll go further from there to do optimization. But for the security part, like the one Uche was doing for me, you are not supposed to do everything yourself. You cannot be like me. Because me, when I started learning at SQI ain't bonanza. In software engineering, we did graphic design, we did product design, we did penetration testing under cyber security. So my eyes was open to penetration testing very much then. So I took my time. I took my time to actually, venture into it myself again. So I think I took courses and, so as I am writing my code, I'm implementing security measures. I'm taking security measures down, as I'm doing it. You might not be able to do that alone. If you want to combine that, probably after your software engineering course, come back again and do cyber security, or you employ a security expert like Mr. Uche.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
My
afternoon.
name is Abuja Diamond. So the question I have is, in the marketplace, we know we have a lot of developers.
Yes.
So what can be our advantage? We have a lot of developers, even in this Ogun shop, we have a good developer that are good at what they do. So what can be our advantage as developers in class my question?
You understand the question?
So it's like there are plenty developers already.
Okay.
What can make you exceptional that
Okay.
you will now be preferred?
Okay. I think I've answered.
I'm just saying that in Ogun shop, I'm just saying like, for Ogun shop, you know, like,
Yeah, I know.
developer that have. So what can be our advantage out there? Like, I'm just trying to like limit it to Ogun shop. Like,
What can make you stand out?
stand
Abi?
out here in the outside place.
So, one thing that will make you stand out is you should master your craft very well. I've already said it. The mastery is very, very important. Know it to a very large extent. Solidify your skill. React in the Golomo at that point. Make sure you master it to a very large extent. To ba jẹ lójú orun báyìí, I come and sorry react one. To be sincere with you, that thing really matters. So it counts a lot. Master it very well. Don't jump from one place to another. Don't jump from one place to another. We are in a society where everybody follows what is trending. They actually do not follow what is working. You understand? You should know what works for you. Okay, they don't like PHP Laravel. They like Node. Shebi to ba sọ fún wọn pé PHP Laravel ló fi kọ́ ni. Okay, they don't like Flutter because it's kind of difficult. They like React Native. Shebi what they build there is, and it's working perfectly. So don't follow trend. Follow what works for you. What you feel you have control over, what you can control to achieve anything at all.
A round of applause for once again. Alright, so we have some questions from our online viewers. The first one is, what advice would you give someone who has an idea or a problem to solve but does not have money to fund the business? They say this idea is talking about to cost billions. $.
Well, my advice, since the idea is like that of Elon Musk, what I advise is that you should still start small. Starting small in this sense is you should write a proposals, write it well detailed, share it to people who you feel could actually invest. There are investors everywhere. They can write proposals, detailed proposals, like well articulated proposal. Give it to them. When they go through it and they feel like there's future in it, they will invest in it. The person can start from there. So to start small in that aspect, since it is like a project that is taken out to mass, then the person can start from there. That is what I feel could actually help the person.
Awesome. Thank you very much. There was one thing Mr. Salaudeen said earlier that I also want us to put in mind. And the reason for that is because we're also opening up a lot of opportunities here at the college. Volunteering and internships are one way to become a master. Like if you want to get to mastery, when you consistently volunteer or you intern, even when they don't pay you. Mr. Salaudeen talked about how that he would just see problems on Facebook. They were not paying him to debug it, he would just debug it for them and then go his way. And then somebody reached out to him, his very first client, and that one came with money. So volunteering may not be luxurious, they may not necessarily pay you. Internships may not be luxurious, they may not necessarily pay you. But one of the things you're gaining from there is mastery, and mastery is very important for payments, for turning code to cash or debt to cash. The second question is this. I want to ask if it is okay to take a break when learning seems overwhelming and when somebody's head wants to blow.
Well, I'll say yes, because I did the same for 2 weeks. So I went on vacation, I went to reboot my head, and I came back, I was energized to continue.
Awesome. I want us to pay attention to the 2 weeks he said. Because he said you should take vacation. But what me go along 2 years o, wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, rárá o. Amazing. Mr. Tizzy, before you leave,
okay, sir.
Before you leave here today, we want to give you assignment.
Okay, sir.
But what to beg you, all those list of online groups that you were joining there, you will help us send it. Do we agree?
Yes, sir.
A round of applause for Mr. Teslim. Thank you so much, sir. It's so lovely to have you. Thank you.
Wow, come on, keep jamming those hands in such a resounding manner. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you so much, you celebrate. Oh, come on, can I jam my hands together for him one more time? Can you Thank you very kindly, Mr. Salaudeen. We may have the seat, please. Now, if you have enjoyed yourself throughout the whole session, all through, I want you to celebrate yourself and the patient thus far. At this moment, I am confident that everybody, your heads are inflated, right? Only to who you want to, everybody wants to get away from here and build the next year means. Build the next money point and hope pay. All of these are very, very amazing and fantastic things. But one of the other things that we do not get time to ask, that I will probably ask now. Please, sir, they are facilitators, sir. Mr. Salaudeen, how long has it been in between that time that you were talking and now? Yes, please. In between the time
So when I started,
you say one square meter, is it 1 square meter?
I started towards the end of 2016.
20 what?
2016.
Alright, can we calculate
Towards the
it
end of
all together? Towards the end, right?
Of 2016, yes.
Okay, whichever way. If I am born in 2016, I will be a year old in 2017, right? So let's say, count with me. 2017, wow. 18, 19, 20, 21. Come on. At it Darujo. 9 what? 9 good years. So the question now is, can you do the same thing for 9 good years? Because when you hear 3K does, you did not think in what has gone into the 3. Can you bring out the time, the time that we used when they were telling their story? Media, please. The time. That time, please. Time, oh. The stopwatch, please. We often do not talk about what goes into all of that. So, if you believe that you have had it all, the story of 9 years in just about 1 hour 30 minutes, you are wrong. Tell your neighbor you are wrong. So while we are talking, it is not child's play. Is that okay? Can I go raw? God bless you that you know that. So I am even pumping you up today so that you know what you are getting yourself into, that if this thing is not even working in 5 years, it is Chinese bamboo. I will keep watching. If this thing is not materializing in the next 3 years, I'll keep watering it. What I can tell you is that if you work eventually, so play the timer, please. No, I wanted to show the way milliseconds work. That's why I asked for the original time. Look, can you see? When we are talking about achievements, talking about making it, getting into the limelight, the way your mind you usually think sometimes is like this. Majority of the people, this is the way we think. Some other people think like this. Is that okay? Some think like this, some think like this. But do you know in the time of our progenitors, they count time in day, probably in hours. They will say, oh, what is shaking me? What is called Atari? And you will see every monumental building has one big clock like this that will tell you only hour. So there's this restfulness. They are not in haste when they are building something. So tell your neighbor it will take time. Stop thinking in milliseconds and stop thinking in seconds. Can we jam our hands together for our facilitator one more time? So I want to recognize appropriately the presence of the founding rector of SQI College of ICT, Engineer Frederick Adesoja Adelito. He came in when the beautiful session was ongoing. Thank you, sir, for joining with us this morning. In absentia, the rector is with us also, Dr. Adegbero S. Ajani. Can we celebrate him, please? All right, so right about now, I want you to bring out your phones. I want you to bring out your phones now. Can you do that for me? I want us to do something in 2 minutes. So, go into your various groups. The link for this particular episode of Mind Talk that has been sent, I want you to share it on your status. So when something is good, it's good for all, right? So, and I want you to go to, can you bring it out? Facebook. You heard that our facilitator was talking about Facebook so much. So you are convincing me, sir. Maybe I'll get back on Facebook, because I used to think Facebook is for the baby boomers, all right? But then it is proven, yes. So we have LinkedIn account. Search for SQI College of ICT on LinkedIn. I want you to like the page, follow the page, and I want you to share it also. So if we are doing that already, the media team will be giving me thumbs up now. So I want you to do that. If you are not following SQI College of ICT, go to LinkedIn, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, the same name, SQI College of ICT. Just type it in, it will bring out SQI. Follow. and I want you to go to YouTube. The name is SQI Studios on YouTube. Have you done that? I believe everybody has done that. All right. So thank you very kindly. Right about now, we want to listen to a few information that we have for us. Can we jam our hands together for Ms. Janet Oduleke?
All right. Good afternoon once again. That energy is low. Good afternoon once again. I hope you have had an amazing time today, yeah? If you have had an amazing time, can you jam your hands together once again? Okay. So just before we go back to our classes, we have a couple of announcements for us. And the first one we are starting with, media, can we have the ND program admissions on the screen? Now, for most of us that are here, that are in SQI, that you have come to learn one skill or the other, if you have ever been asked by your parents before that, are you going to collect a certificate? Can you do like this? If your parents have ever asked you that this thing that you are going to learn, will they give you a certificate? Can I see your hands? I think maybe not for many, but for some people, when they say we want to go and study ICT skills, they'll be like, certificate, because most of the parents that we have, they believe in the power of certificates. They believe that you must bring that certificate home. And for young people like us, we believe in the power of ICT skills, that once I just know a skill, I can brand myself out there and then do whatever I want to do. So what SQI is doing at this time is that we are bringing both the parent satisfaction and the student satisfaction alive. And what this simply means is that starting from this year, SQI College of ICT will be offering ND programs. Can we have a round of applause? Now, in case you don't understand that, there are two routes before now that we have to study at SQI. You can either come in as an NID student. If you know of NID, can I see your hands? If you have heard of NID before, awesome. So some of us came through NID. There are many NID students here. NID students? NID students? So most of them, some people, I also came through NID. I did NID at SQI. But some people came to professional program. Maybe the 1 year, 6 months, 8 months, whatever kind of program you came in. But now we are having national diploma program. What does this imply? It means that here at SQI College of ICT, you can take an ND program, and after 2 years, you can come here again and have your higher national diploma program. Does that sound amazing to you? So, and if you don't want it that way as well, you can, with the ND certificate, apply for direct entry to any university in this nation. So for the end of ND program, these are the available programs. Now, you see what is amazing is that we have accountancy, we have business administration and management, and then we have computer science. But you see, for those accountancy and business admin and management, the amazing thing is that you are not coming as, let's say, an accountant student to come and learn how to be balancing on paper alone. You are coming to learn accountancy and ICT. You are coming to learn business admin and management and ICT. So you're learning the tech tools that you can use that will give you an edge in this field. So if you have a younger sister, a younger brother who just finished secondary school or who is seeking for admission, or somebody that you just know, please, this will be shared to the group. Please share this with them as soon as possible. While they are registering for this year's JAM, just tell them your first choice, SQI College of ICT. Can we jam our hands together once again? So, and if you need any, if you have any question, you want any clarity on anything, you can see them at the front desk. All right. So, next up, we want to announce the Show Your Work winners for the March edition. Can we jam my hands together? Maybe we are tired already. So, in case you don't know what Show Your Work is, it's just a platform by which we showcase what our students are building and doing. So every month, a link is shared to our respective groups that you can put a link to what you have built for that month, or maybe just something that you worked on. So, and then we announce the winners every month. They get access to data, everybody knows that data is now expensive. I mean now, some of us have turned data analysts. You analyze every data plan. With this one, pay me 15 gig for 30,000. So they have access to data, about 20 gig of data for the whole month, and also recognition during a kind of program like this. So for this month's edition, are we ready to hear the winners? Hey, my people have gone to sleep. Are you ready to hear the winners? So for the February edition of the Show Your Work and Win program, first on the list, we have from SQI College of ICT main campus, Mr. Olabisi Samuel Ayomide. Can we jam my hands together? Where is he? Okay, awesome. Somebody needs to come and challenge this man. I think it's the fourth time or so. Come on, celebrate excellence. So if you are ready for the challenge, you can challenge him this month, and then we announce by next month. And secondly on the list, we have Aliyu Megida from Data Science, also from the main campus. Can we celebrate him? Come on, stand up now. So that is Mr. Megida. And also from the main campus did not carry last this time around. We have Mr. Olabisi Daniel from the graphic design department. Mr. Olabisi Daniel, is he here? Our amazing photographer. Can you celebrate him? So these are our Show Your Work winners. And trust me, it does not matter what department you are. Software engineering, product, robotics, any department you are free to participate in this challenge. All right. Everybody, before I talk, can you clap your hands together? You don't know what I want to say, but you still clap your hands. So, I was just informed now that the pioneer rector in person of engineer Frederick Aderito said for all the Show Your Work winners for the last month edition, it will add 5,000 worth of data to the already existing price. Can we jam our hands together? Can we say thank you, Daddy?
Oh yeah, no.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, sir. All right. So moving forward, in the last Mind Talk, I think I was the one that handled that. I mentioned as well that for the Mind Talk, this is a very beautiful event, and trust me, if you have to pay for it, it's going to be a lot of money. But beyond the amazing things that we see at the Mind Talk is a lot of work by the team, the Mind Talk team. Can we celebrate the Mind Talk team? Everybody said today is a good day. So again, for the next month's edition of the Mind Talk, Amy's will be handling and will be in charge of sponsoring the Show Your Work winners. Can we celebrate the event? So can you tell your neighbor, if you snooze, can you tap your neighbor and say, G? It won't be more than that. Okay. So, as I was saying, behind this amazing program is an amazing team that is working to make this happen. So if you would love to participate, if you would love to join the excellent Mind Talk team that makes this happen every month, you can register with the link you're seeing on the screen, bit.ly/SQI volunteer. So there are many departments that you can volunteer for: protocol, ushering, media. You can just check out the link and register, and you will be reached by the people in charge of that. And finally, before I leave here, all level 1 March cohort students and all level 4 January cohort students should please wait behind immediately after this event. So again, level 1 March cohorts and level 4 January cohorts. I'm tempted to say my students, but my students shall wait behind. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Oduleke. Right, so in addendum to all of that, they will say, Olowo kan láàrin olóṣì mẹ́fà. Olowo lòun náà bí. All right, meaning that for the benefit of people who do not hear that, if you are one rich man out of 7, in the midst of 6 poor people, you are a poor person too. So, if you are the only one who have seen the light of what we are saying in your area, in your home, and you know there are other people qualified, they are not too old to run. You understand what I'm saying now? Tell them about SQI. Let them start now. There is no glory in learning this thing and knowing it, gaining the mastery, just so that everybody will be tapping you here and there. You will soon get tired. If not for any other reason, that you will be telling other people the good news of what we are doing here, for that one reason that I'm telling you. You will not know it now. But I'm telling you, I'm borrowing you money of 9 years to come down. Drag them along now. Beg, if it is your parent to beg, let this my junior brother to come along. This one is too young, let him start from DGL. That's digital literacy. Is that okay? All right, so please celebrate yourself for this patience thus far. I want to recognize everybody once again that have joined us patiently. I know there are people like that from our satellite campuses who will never leave the screen like this. Thank you very kindly for joining this beautiful edition of Mind Talk. May we live here today, not with only the knowledge, but with the zeal and zest to practice everything, all the nuggets and principles that we have learned. Okay, it's not another bonus actually. So all the staff members, please wait here behind immediately after this session. All right. So do we have the video? Lest I forget. This month we are celebrating International Women's Day, right? Can we put our hands together for all the amazing women in our community? Oh my God, beautiful faces. All right, thank you. We celebrate you. We love you all. All right, thank you very kindly. So, without any much ado again, I think we have come to the end of Mind Talk. Shake the person beside you, exchange pleasantry, exchange contact. Oh, my brother, I recognize you. Thank you very kindly. That is Mikahil Olaitan. He had been in my DM like, how we join. Mikahil is one of the people that represented the youth at the tax reform committee head in Abuja. So you almost cannot, please come. You almost cannot know him when you are walking in the street. Can we jam our hands together for Mr. Olaitan? Thank you very much. During the last Mind Talk that I told us that somebody sent us at SQI some chessboard, is actually the one who facilitated it from the New York. Thank you, Olaitan, for joining us. So during the week, he was at Abuja and we were talking. I did not know that he will make it to the Mind Talk for this March edition. This is somebody like you and I. Let the camera pick this. He represented us, the whole youth of this region. Am I correct? The whole youth from Oyo State, right? Or Ogumosho. From Southwest. At Abuja, at the tax reform, at the bill that they are sponsoring. All right, thank you very kindly for joining with us this morning. We are so happy to have you. Thank you, my brother. All right, so let us exchange lesson 3 as we go home. To our different classes. Staff member, stay behind. Thank you very kindly. I'll see you during the next cohort. Thank you so much.